Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So it's time for September favourites. First of all, I want to apologise to those few of you who may have tried to stick through the entirety of a couple of my recent videos because there seems to be a problem with the sound, not uploading, but the pictures sticking, or there being an odd interference on the sound towards the end of videos. Specifically, I did a comparison of two Tom Ford palettes, which I've actually taken down, trying to resolve the problem that somebody kindly drew to my attention. And I just don't seem to be able to, because the original recording is absolutely fine. But when I upload, the same problem arises. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong at the moment, so I'm fingers crossed that this one will be okay. I may put back up that Tom Ford video and just, for the benefit of people who want to watch the first 10 minutes or so, which are okay, and just ignore the end. So apologies for that. Thanks to those of you who've made me aware. I am trying to rectify it, but at the moment I just haven't got an answer for it. So, that said, what have I been loving in September? Funny old month, because I had a holiday, albeit a short one, and quite a lot of travel for work at the beginning of the month, wearing completely different things to what I've been enjoying at the end of the month. So I just wanted to mention, really from the beginning of the month, a product that I've talked about before. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a palette, which I took away with me for a kind of informal beachy holiday when I didn't want to look super made up, and travelling for work beforehand. And I have to say, it has been a favourite of mine, particularly at the beginning of the month. I've talked about it before, so just to kind of reiterate really what I have said when I reviewed it before, it's not going to be for everybody. It's very pale. It's totally unsuitable for any women really who are not fair-skinned. It's not very densely pigmented. And if I'm honest, I don't think the quality of the product is particularly good value for the price, which I think it's about £56. However, why do I like it? It is supremely convenient if the colours actually suit you to do a very neutral look, all from one palette, because all you need with this, or all I need with this, obviously, are the brushes to apply and some lipstick. I don't even wear mascara, so I don't even need that. So you've got everything else you need. The actual highlighter here is a very nice quality, and it's a nice highlighter. The other products are just, okay. You're only going to be able to do a very neutral eye with those eyeshadows, but they're absolutely fine. The bronzer is great for me because it's cool to medium toned and not very strong, but it would look very muddy on people who weren't as fair as me. And there are two, pretty enough cheek colours, although they're very small to get your brush in. So it's by no means an ideal palette, but if you do like the convenience of having a look all in one, which is super portable, super convenient, this is really nice, and that's why it is a favourite, despite all those kind of caveats. For me, it's what Charlotte Tilbury does really, really well, putting something together which is very marketable, just very convenient, and that an idiot could use with the kind of guidance with her videos. So, full marks on that basis. At the other end of the spectrum, well, not really the other end of the spectrum in that it's expensive, the Victoria Beckham for Estee Lauder, I talked about almost as soon as I got my three products, before I'd tried them very much. I have used them all now, and I can say, in my opinion, the liquid under makeup, it's called Morning Aura, I haven't got it out here, is overpriced and not particularly great. You'd be better off with strobe cream or a million other liquid highlighters. It doesn't feel like a treatment to me, and looking at the ingredients, I can't see anything in it which is particularly great for your skin, so I definitely give that one a miss. However, the other two products that I got, I didn't really want to like them, but I really, really do like them, and they have become firm favourites. Here's the beautiful highlighter called Modern Mercury. It's just gorgeous. If you like highlighters, I really don't think you want to miss this one, even though it's extremely expensive. It's hugely pigmented, so a little goes a long way. I've used it as an eyeshadow. If I want to use it for a more subtle look, then I use a fan brush, which I very rarely use with a highlighter, and the consistency is so good and the pigment so good that that gives, with just a touch of a fan brush, a really pretty natural glow. If you like the more glowy stuff, then, you know, use it with your ordinary brushes. It's really not one to miss, in my view. Definitely a favourite. Love it. And the eye palette that I paused long and hard before getting, because it's pricey, and I thought I wouldn't... I can't even get into it at the moment. There we go. I thought I wouldn't use a number of these colours. I haven't used the black, but I have used all the others, quite a bit actually, and I really, really like this palette. They're super good quality shadows. The first time I used it, I didn't use a primer. I often don't use an eye primer. I tend to use an eye cream under my shadows. Didn't use either. And I have to say that it did 5 to 6 hours without any creasing, budging at all. And with a cream underneath, extends beyond that. What does happen is that the colours slightly mingle with each other, and if anything, look better after a few hours wear in a kind of smudgy way than they looked when I first put them on. This is a gorgeous inner corner brightening colour. I have very dark corners, inner corners of my eye towards the nose. This works supremely well, looks great. Two gorgeous multifaceted browns, and even these greens and blues I have used with a very fine brush as a liner on mostly the upper lid, but sometimes the inner lower water line. And again, you can do them very precise, definitely getting the colour, or you can kind of bleed them into the brown and they give a kind of iridescent shine, which is not kind of in-your-face blue or green, but really, really pretty. It's just the sort of palette that makes you want to experiment a bit with your eye colours, even if you're quite jaded and short of time, as I am a lot of the time. So, you know, what can I say? I really didn't want to like this collection very much, and I hesitate to recommend anything that's so expensive, but this palette has definitely become a firm favourite this month. I've been using a lot of lipsticks for the last month. I'm not going to kind of feature them all. I've had a number of favourites. I wanted to say straight off that I have been liking this one from Tom Ford, the Velvet Bloom, was it called, or Night Bloom collection. This was Velvet Orchid, and I was a bit sniffy about it when I first reviewed it, having just ordered it sight unseen and not really worn it a lot. Because it's not hugely pigmented and doesn't make a huge difference on my lips. But actually, now that I've worn it a bit, I really like it. I like all Tom Ford lipsticks. It's a beautiful, comfortable, moisturising formula. It hasn't got a super long last, well, not very good long last at all, so you do keep reapplying. But it does look really pretty, and it's a really nice autumn colour. So that has become a favourite, despite a not glowing review when I first got it. Other than that, I've really been into mattes for the last month. There are just some great new formulas out there. I've talked about the Charlotte Tilbury ones in the past few months, which I've been really impressed with. Still wearing those. I've talked about the new releases in the Le Rouge velvets from Chanel. Just to say, Rouge Charnel, I've been wearing a lot, really loving it. They're just the really perfect mixture of something very pigmented, but not cruel in showing up lip lines, and decent staying power, and just feeling more moisturising than old formula mattes always have done to me. So if you, like me, have been a bit wary about wearing mattes, do try some of the new formulas. And then the other one that I bought this month, and I've worn quite a bit in the evenings, is the Rouge Pure Couture from YSL. I haven't bought their lip products for a long time, and I got this pinky matte, which again, it's not particularly autumnal colour, but I've been loving that in the evenings going out. Just very easy for a matte to wear. I'm sure I'll talk about this in a perfume video. This is Bois des Îles by Chanel in Les Exclusives, and I'm just mad for it. I don't know how it's crept under the radar with me for so long. It's a really nice perfume for this time of year, and that's become a firm favourite in the last 2 weeks or so since I got it. One not favourite that I just thought I'd mention here, the Baby Doll mascara from YSL. I told you that I was trying a new mascara, having been so faithful to Chanel Le Volume of recent years, and I saw a lot of positive reviews of this. It's okay, but it smudges on me. Back to old panda eyes. I'm not sure I really love the kind of spidery look to my lashes that it gives either, but I've said before, mascara is a very personal thing. I just find Le Volume, which is quite a thick formula, but dries and stays on my lashes, is about the only one really that doesn't give me the famous panda eye after a few hours wear on my actually quite long lashes. So YSL Baby Doll, not cutting the mustard with me in the way that Chanel does. So those were my favourites for September. I'm going to cautiously upload this and cross fingers that we're not getting the disturbance in the sound that recent videos have. Thanks to those subscribing recently, I'm very near the 1,000 mark at the moment, which is extraordinary to me, and maybe we'll pass in the next few days. But until the next time, bye for now.